If you've been following since day one in the Fulcher video, then you know we have finally made it to the end, the sixth and final member of my all-original design, Sinister Six. And today we're going to be looking at Rhino. He was honestly one of the hardest to build because of all the little details that we'll go over here in a little bit. But also one of the most fun and one of the least talked about and least loved out of the six. So I'm excited to do this video today, run through how I made him, and talk about any changes I might make. But honestly, he's held up well, so let's go ahead and get into it. So as we start off here, we'll zoom in on the face, and this is going to be a retro carded Marvel Legends Rhino, one of my most favorite Rhinos, and he just got re-released recently, so this is kind of perfect timing on this video. As we make our way down the pants, these pants are from GPS Slot. It's for the King Shark Mcfarlane Build-A-Figure, but I was able to cut it up and stitch it and glue it to fit this scale. The pants were a little baggy, but it works. And then the body itself is just the Mcfarlane Orc, I believe, from Warhammer. It was a artist proof, so it's completely grayscale, and I just had to paint it up. Like I said in the intro, this is one of the harder customs I did, and this is a perfect example as we zoom in on some of the guns here. There's so many minor details. There's the cable work, there's the small buttons, all of these nicks and dents I hand painted black on top of all the gray, and so it was a labor of love. It took a long time. This side of the gun I actually dropped into some paint at one point, so I had to repaint it. It was a labor of love for sure. As I turn my light on so we get a better look at some of these smaller details, you see here again a lot of cables, a lot of wear and tear. There's just so much detail throughout this whole sculpt, and since it was grayscale, I RIT dyed it first, and then I painted everything black and then slowly painted on top of it. My apologies, my rabbit is shedding, so her hair is everywhere. But it was so fun, but so time consuming to get all of these little details. And at times it felt like I was never gonna finish. Like I said before, I did RIT dye the whole body, and then I did a black primer on top of that. I have short form videos on how I RIT dye and the reasons why I do a primer on top of the RIT dye. But I did that, and then I went through and painted a lot of this red and then this gray. I went with red, gray, and black because I was kind of going for like the PlayStation Rhino, the armored up look. I thought that would be kind of cool and just kind of fits the realm of my designs pretty well. If we take this faceplate off real quick, you can see I just drilled out the hole a little bit more, and then he was able to peg in. I believe I super glued this in, so we only get the up and down articulation. We don't get any other articulation. I think now I could do it far better because I have more skills, but at the time this is the best I could do. Plus the mouth face guard thing goes over it and then kind of hides that really hideous joint, and so it still stays in scale and looks good. All in all, I would say this guy held up really well. I did a fresh clear coat on him before I made this video, but otherwise everything is still how it was from about a year or so ago, and I'm really happy with how this guy came out. Like I said, he's the least talked about, but when he is mentioned, a lot of people really seem to dig him. I was unsure how he was going to be received because I know Armored Rhino is kind of a hot topic from time to time, but I really like how this guy came out. Although he's kind of like a statue because of the limited articulation in this sculpt and in this frame, it just looks so cool. He's so menacing. He towers over all the Spider-Mans I use when I do photography or comparisons, and I just really dig this guy. So yeah, that's the Rhino. This is probably one of the quickest Sinister Six videos I did because he actually held up really well. I didn't have to touch up anything in comparison to the other 5 figures where some of them got complete revamps and then others just got a bunch of minor details touched up. But again, guys, thank you so much. This was a multi-month project leading up to the complete Sinister Six. So next week I will make sure to put out a video on the recap of my Sinister Six, kind of the plan going forward, because I am working towards the Sinister 16, so there's plenty more videos to come out and a lot of customs to be shown. So guys, again, thank you so much for your support throughout all this so far. Please let me know in the comments which Sinister Six member has been your favorite, which design has been your favorite, and maybe who you want to see next. Again, here he is with Miles Morales. This is my custom Miles for this universe. I will go over Miles and the other Spider people in my universe eventually. That will be a nice long video, but I love the scaling of this very small Miles against these massive Mcfarlane scale figures. It really ups the scale and the ante, and that's definitely what I was going for with these customs. So let me know what you think of this Miles and the scaling, and what you think of that. But of course, guys, you already know, no Sinister Six video is complete without the lore. So without further ado, the bigger they are, the harder they fall. And Alexi's last battle with Spidey was his final, as now he resides on the raft with some of the universe's biggest and baddest villains. But when an old friend and Doc comes looking, Alexi doesn't hesitate to take the opportunity to fight Spider-Man once again, and the Rhino is reborn. Guys, thank you again for all your continued support. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell so you never miss an upload, because there's going to be so much coming in the future. If you're on Discord, come join the Discord. We have so much fun over there. I live stream every Friday night on YouTube. You can also find me on Instagram and TikTok. Again, thank you guys so much. If you haven't yet, go check out some of my other videos. There's so much content to see, and there's so much more to come. But until then, I'll see you guys in the next one.